Today's episode of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show is brought to you by Audible. Audible is giving you the opportunity to check out their service and offering one free audiobook download with a 30-day free trial for joining us here on the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show today. Over 180,000 titles to choose from. Take advantage of this great opportunity and go to audibletrial.com/sledgehammertv to find the book that speaks to you and start listening today. Again, that's audibletrial.com/sledgehammertv for your free audiobook download and 30-day free trial.
The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.
All right, wrestling fans, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Nick Nightmare. This is our premiere alongside the NXT UK Edition premiere episode. We got the volume going at full blast so that you guys can listen along live and get my feedback and reactions to this epic and historic episode being brought to us by the WWE. I have been anticipating this show for the longest time, ever since I laid my eyes on the UK Championship Tournament, the first edition of it, and we were just totally enthralled by the British strong style, all these faces that I have not been familiar with in the past, and I'm definitely looking forward to the future as it pertains to this particular brand. I want to apologize to my WWE heads because I don't really do NXT. The regular NXT is not something that we do on a regular basis. This is a trial run. We are going to see how many people come out and join me to enjoy this one-of-a-kind television show offered to us from the WWE Network. Probably the best wrestling show they have put together since the WWE Network has begun, besides NXT. So let's get started. We got an intro package. I love the music, kicking everything off, getting everybody all amped up and ready to go. Something that is missing from WWE main roster stuff as of late. Here we go, really amping it up now. Oh, yeah. I hope I don't get any strikes for this. I'm trying to talk over it so that I don't get any bullshit. Here we go. NXT UK is about to kick off. I want to thank you guys for joining me, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are having a good time today. Smash your sledgehammers at home down on that like button and share this video with everybody that you know from the UK, from down under in Australia, anybody you know that's going to enjoy this show. You send them to this place so that you can get a whole new perspective in a watch-along live with my commentary. Right now we got Vic Joseph, an underrated newcomer in the WWE commentating game. I am very high on Vic Joseph. I can't wait for him to transition himself to some of the other shows. He's way better than Michael Cole could ever be. He's better than I am. I'll give you guys that right off the bat. And of course, the absolutely impeccable Nigel McGuinness, UK legend. Here we are announcing the card right now. Tonight we have a huge matchup featuring the UK champion for the UK Championship. Pete Dunne will be going up against Noam Dar tonight. Noam Dar being moved from the catacombs of 205 Live to the UK division, and we're kicking off with Mandrews. Mark Andrews making his way to the ring right now. I am very familiar with Mark Andrews from his days in TNA wrestling alongside Spud, Rockstar Spud, and he were a very, very entertaining duo in Impact Wrestling alongside Dixie Carter. It definitely made me laugh. It wasn't some of the best stuff you've ever seen in wrestling, or else they'd still all be down there in Impact doing their thing. Big time upgrade for Mark Andrews coming up to the NXT UK division. He was a show-stealing talent during the UK Championship Tournament, and I am looking forward to seeing what he is bringing to the ring tonight. Who will he be facing? Let's find out right now. Some really good music going on tonight, and we have another huge name in the UK wrestling scene, Joe Coffey, one of the Coffey brothers. This is going to be an interesting matchup, a very big contrast in styles. Joe Coffey, probably about 3 times the size as Mark Andrews is. Going to be a tough test for Mandrews tonight as Joe Coffey starts to make his way to the ring. Very impressive looking duo, the Coffey brothers. I remember seeing them. Oh, here we go. They're showing it right now. Last June at the UK Championship NXT special, they hit the ring and attacked Mark Andrews, which is probably one of the reasons for this matchup right now. I forgot this other guy's name. He fought Mark Andrews that night, and he definitely felt the effects of the Coffey brothers. They gotta be caffeinated beyond belief. Look at the intensity these guys bring. Nice looking duo. I love myself some tag teams. I'm liking this so far. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The referee's got both guys in their respective corners, and here is the bell. Mark Andrews with a go behind right from the beginning, reversed by Coffey into a takedown. Andrews now the victim of an armbar. Coffey trying to ground and pound him right now. Arm wrench brings Mark Andrews to his feet. Andrews flips out of it. Nice headstand flip. Trying to go for a Russian leg sweep reversal, but it is not going to happen as the power of Joe Coffey is just too much. Another kip up from Mark Andrews, once again trying to take the advantage, but finds himself back on the mat. Coffey going for some pinfalls here, playing with Andrews. Andrews now with a bridge out of the cover. Coffey looks to drive his knees in. Andrews now with some impressive offense. Roll through, flip over arm drag. Goes for another arm drag. Coffey is not having it. Andrews now with a Hurricane Rana. Excellently executed. Joe Coffey taking off his game, not expecting that one. Sends Andrews to the outside. Big stiff kick right to the face of the caffeine machine, Joe Coffey. Another springboard Hurricane Rana from Coffey. Kip up again. And Andrews. I said Coffey, I meant Andrews. Coffey is the victim here. Being taken by surprise by the speed and agility of Mark Andrews. Andrews trying to send him into the ropes, but Coffey locking himself up, not allowing it to happen, and delivering a stiff chop to the neck and chest area. Another one. Andrews feeling the effects. The woo is worldwide when you deliver a chop. Misses a lariat. Big time shoulder tackle by Coffey. Just absolutely flattens Mark Andrews. Andrews holding his neck now. That was a very vicious pounce-like tackle from Joe Coffey. What a machine this man is. Dragging Andrews around by the hair, delivering some stiff lefts and rights to the face of Mark Andrews now. Has him in a headlock. Looks to be going for a double arm DDT. Turns it into a double arm airplane spin. Very unique maneuver for me to be witnessing for the first time. Into a double arm suplex right over the top. 1-2, Joe Coffey. Almost putting away Mark Andrews. This match has been very impressive thus far for both of these guys. I really hope my commentary is coming over the sound and it's not too confusing for you guys. If it is, make sure to let me know in the comment section as you watch along with me. Coffey now in full control on top of Mark Andrews, wringing his arms around his own neck. putting his head right into the neck area, trying to lift Mark Andrews up. Andrews now finds a way out of it, gets a reversal, rolls through it very easily, actually. Eats an elbow now, sent to the outside is Andrews. What is Coffey gonna do here? We're gonna crack open our beverage of choice of the moment, a nice, delicious Modelo Especial. Oh, big clothesline from behind as Mark Coffey had Andrews distracted on the outside, and Joe Coffey would take advantage of the situation. Very vicious clothesline. The action stays on the outside now. Coffey rolls Andrews back into the ring. Cheers to my friends in the UK. Cheers, my friends. Joe Coffey removing his elbow pad, looking to deliver a stiff shot. Eats the boot of Mark Andrews, who's now coming back with a vicious flurry of forearms of his own. Slapping away, just taking no shit from Joe Coffey. Goes for a kick to the gut, and it connects. Big stiff kick to the face now. Coffey rocked slightly. Andrews goes for a clothesline. Andrews ducks it, hits with an enziguri to the top of the head of Joe Coffey. An absolutely tremendous feat of agility. Where is Andrews getting this energy from? Unbelievable double meteora knees to the top of Joe Coffey's chest. Goes for, oh, what a, I don't even know what to call that. Rolling something. Oh, a twisting crisscross moonsault. 1, 2. Andrews almost steals one from Joe Coffey. I like saying that name. Joe Coffey. I love me some coffee. And I'm loving me some Joe Coffey right now. Bringing the intensity. Like I need coffee to bring intensity to my mornings to go through my shit day at work. Nice enziguri again by Andrews. Oh, a vaulting uppercut. Coffey with a tremendous running shoulder tackle, sending Andrews into the turnbuckles. Follows up with a big splash. Now sending Andrews into the ropes, lifts him up into a scoop. Power slam. 1, 2. Oh, so close. So close. The frustration on the face of Coffey is mounting as he cannot believe the smaller and less powerful Mark Andrews has not been put away by some of his best stuff. And again, the WWE Universe trying to rally Mark Andrews in this match. Oh, suplex attempt by Coffey turned into a stunner. Mark Andrews now goes to the outside, trying to take advantage of the situation he finds himself in. He's going up to the top rope right now. Coffey pulled out of the ring by his brother. Wait a minute, moonsault to the outside. Takes out both cups of coffee in one fell swoop. Mark Andrews bringing it to the debut edition of this premiere episode of the NXT UK brand, following in the footsteps of its American predecessor, NXT. They are putting on a classic right now. Andrews once again going up to the top rope. Mark Coffey now, again with a distraction. Stops him for just a moment, allows Joe Coffey up to the top, springing belly to belly suplex. He's setting up for that stiff 4 big lariat. 1, 2, 3. Good night to Mark Andrews. He's going to need a cup of coffee to recover from this one. My goodness. The power and the very impressive display of strength coming at us from Joe Coffey. I can imagine what these guys are going to be able to do as a tag team. Never mind this very impressive one-on-one debut. Wait a minute now. It's not over, as both Coffey brothers are now putting the boots to Mark Andrews, not relenting on their attack. showing Mark Andrews they are not to be messed with. Wait a minute! Oh my God, the Austin Powers wannabe Flash! Morgan Webster swinging his Vespa helmet wildly to clear the ring of all the coffee that's in there. Coming out there to aid Mark Andrews. Here's an interesting pairing, if you ask me. Flash, Morgan Webster. Definitely came out to even the odds. As Vic Joseph just said, what a great first matchup, man. I am excited even more so. That's what a wrestling show is supposed to do. They kick you off with a match that just sends your adrenaline into the next atmosphere, and I am ready. I am ready for this brand. Holy shit. Of course, we gotta ruin it with commercials for main roster crap. I gotta see fucking The Shield right now. Are you kidding me? We gotta see The Shield t-shirt, and now I gotta see Alexa Bliss's t-shirt. All the people that can't wrestle on the main roster. Get this off my TV right now. I don't want to see nothing about the regular main roster when I'm watching such great shit coming to us from NXT UK. Holy cow, you guys. This is unacceptable. I'm doing my best Phil Rizzuto impression. Any of you New Yorkers, you guys know who Phil Rizzuto is. Holy cow, stolen base. But we ain't here to talk baseball. We ain't here to talk about the WWE shop either. All right? What do we got here?
My name's Eddie Dennis. I've been wrestling for over a decade.
Eddie Dennis. At least that's what it sounds like. We have a promo package.
The entire time I've been close personal friends with Mark Andrews, Pete Dunne. When we started, it wasn't about wrestling in front of thousands of people and making millions of pounds. It was just about having the best stories to tell. I've got some stories.
Eddie Dennis got some stories for us. Just based off of his package right there, I'm interested in whatever story he wants to try to tell me, as we have one of NXT UK's most popular tandems making their way to the ring, the ever-popular Mustache Mountain. I love these guys. Trent Seven, Tyler Bate, once again put themselves on my map in the NXT UK Championship Tournament, and everything that they have done in NXT, not NXT UK, but the original NXT, has just been fantastic. They have put on some unbelievable tag team matches against the Undisputed Era, and I absolutely love this team. I'm looking forward to this match already just based off of their involvement. I wonder who it will be that we are going to see going up against this team right now. Mustache Mountain playing with their fans in the crowd, as they love to do. Very, very over in the United States as well as in the UK. Oh yeah, there we go. Mustache Mountain is in the ring doing their poses on the corners. Absolutely smitten with this tag team. How could you not have been impressed with what these guys did? Tyler Bate is one of the best talents I've seen come to pro wrestling in the last 10 years. And the guy's only, 19, 20 years old? The sky is the limit. The sky is the limit for that guy. They got the microphone. Maybe we're not going to get a match. We're going to get a promo now from Mustache Mountain as the crowd showers them with affection. Let's listen. And drink. Mustache Mountain.
Thank you, Cambridge.
The crowd is going berserk. They are having a great time here, and these guys didn't even do nothing yet. What does that tell you about the star power of Mustache Mountain?
It's going to be a big day, because today is a very, very special day.
You're damn right it is.
Today is arguably the biggest day in British professional wrestling history.
It's got a point. UK, 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 UK.
It's not just about me and him. It's not just about everyone at the back. It's about every single one of you in here today. As we witness the birth of NXT UK.
Cheers. Cheerio, UK. I'm with yous. I wish I lived there. I always did want to be British. UK, 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 UK. Do it with me at home. UK, UK, UK. You know you want to.
Earlier this year, me and Tyler, Mustache Mountain, stood in the middle of this ring in a sold-out Royal Albert Hall.
Oh, it was a great night. It was a great night.
NXT Tag Team Champion.
Much to my surprise and delight.
Although we may no longer be the NXT Tag Team Champions,
Undisputed.
he mentioned something about some NXT UK Tag Team Championships.
Oh, that's where I was hoping they were going to go with this.
But that's when it occurred to us that there aren't really any other tag teams in NXT UK.
Good point.
Now, as a former UK champion
And the youngest ever WWE United Kingdom champion.
and you could be the oldest, now I know that there is an absolute boatload of talent back there, itching and scratching for a chance.
You know what? You're right. Because what that talent should be doing right now is buddying up, kind of palling up, having those secret little conversations.
Buddy
with
up,
each
you
other
guys.
at the back. Because when those NXT UK tag team titles get unveiled, I want to make sure the Mustache Mountain have the absolute best opposition going.
Fantastic. Mustache Mountain wants some serious competition here.
Whether you're going to be performing in this ring, or you're at the back, or you're one of the thousands of people buying a ticket to these shows,
I wish I could.
all of the United Kingdom comes together, because this is our brand. This is our NXT UK.
Very, very cool appearance here by Mustache Mountain. They came out to make a point. And the point that they want to make is they are looking to be the top of the NXT UK Tag Team Division, and they want nothing less than the best on their road to earning that championship accolade, and you can't have anything but respect for these guys wanting that to be the case. We are taking a look now at the NXT UK champion, Pete Dunne. Probably my absolute favorite performer in all of the UK brand since I first laid eyes on him.
From the dark country in England.
We got a promo package now for Dave Mastiff.
I'm the best heavyweight wrestler in the world. No one can touch me.
It's hard!
Woo!
Show the world what Dave Mastiff is actually made of.
That's one hell of a hunk of meat. Holy cow. That guy is huge. Absolutely huge. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Tugboat from back in the day, but much shorter. He's very stocky. He calls himself the greatest heavyweight wrestler in the world. From what I've seen of him thus far, I am not going to be one to argue with this man. Not only do I not want him to punch me right in the face, probably causing me to lose a few teeth, but I have nothing but respect for this guy. He's just been another one of these talents that I got the tiniest glimpse of, thanks to those WWE Network specials based in the UK, that I made this night a must-see night for any professional wrestling fan. Taking a look back now at last June, when Noam Dar made his debut for the NXT UK division.
Noam Dar, his first match back in nearly a year, would set his sights on becoming.
Yeah, this was an excellent fatal four-way match to be crowned the #1 contender to face Pete Dunne on this episode of NXT UK. I've heard so much about Noam Dar and have seen so little of what the hype is about, so I'm absolutely looking forward to this matchup. He was very impressive in that #1 contenders match, but I want to see what he can do on a regular basis when he's not shackled and handcuffed by the WWE main roster nonsense. The next match is about to begin. We got some little guy coming out here. Sid Scala is his name. And I don't know what's going to be his game. Looks like you're a very typical UK competitor. You guys have a very specific style about you, and you all seem to fit the mold very well. I wouldn't mind looking like any one of these guys, if I'm being honest about it. He is going to be put to one hell of a test as Dave Mastiff, the man we were just talking about, is stomping his way to the ring like the abominable snowman in a black leather vest. This is a scary looking dude. Looks like Gimli. Any Lord of the Rings fans, we got wrestling's Gimli right here. He's awesome. I like the entry ramp we have here tonight. It's got that little sideways ramp going down, keeping things a little bit more compact. Very unique. Probably going to be specific to this brand, and I like it. I like it. Dave Mastiff, once again, taking his time, looking at Sid Scala like he's a piece of meat. Probably takes a look into the eyes of this guy and sees some bangers and mash, huh? Let me know if I was right with that analogy, you guys. I don't know what bangers and mash is. Sounds delicious. I like bangers, I guess. Any of my UK fans, you can explain it to me in the comments below. This is a tremendous mismatch here. Absolutely ridiculous for Sid Scala to even believe he has a chance as he's hitting Mastiff to no effect, and now Mastiff just sends him back down with one stiff forearm. He has Sid Scala up in a suplex position, and I don't think he's going to let him down anytime soon. Still up in the air, just walking around with him like he's a trophy. Now one-handed and lets him drop, probably like falling off of a skyscraper. the lower part of the back. Absolutely in pain right now. Sid Scala probably regretting his career choices as a double chop to the chest from Mastiff sends him cringing to the floor. Back up now. Mastiff throwing him around like a rag doll. The big man staying on top of him now, looking to go a little... Wow, I thought he was going to go for a submission, but he just went down there to barrel him full of elbows. The point of his elbow just destroying the side of Scala's face. He's absolutely enjoying himself, is Dave Mastiff, licking the chops of that disgusting face. He's probably already worked up an appetite. Scala's trying to fight back, and Mastiff is just laughing at this guy. What is this standing drop kick delivered by Mastiff to an oncoming Sid Scala using his own momentum against him? Deadlift German suplex. My God. Sid Scala better run for the hills. Mastiff setting up, running in. Oh, cannonball by a guy the size of a wrecking ball. 1, 2, you could count to 100. This match is over. Almost as soon as it began. Ho, ho, ho. Welcome to the show, Dave Mastiff. Absolutely devastating. Absolutely impressive agility from the largest piece of beef in the UK. That release deadlift German was enough to do it. He didn't even need to deliver this wrecking ball. You can call it a cannonball all you want. That is a wrecking ball if I ever seen one from the big man, Dave Mastiff, getting the 3 count. You could have counted to next Tuesday. I don't think Sid Scala will ever be back. Hopefully he's got a change of shorts in the back. We are going to have the debut of the women's division for the NXT UK coming up next as Toni Storm, one of our Mae Young classic favorites, is going to go up against somebody that I am not familiar with, and we're going to see a little bit more about her. Oh, but of course, we're going to have the NXT Women's Division match for the UK. What do we got to do? We got to pretend like we give a shit about Evolution. Get the fuck out of here with this pay-per-view. Absolutely ridiculous. The fact that Toni Storm is not on this pay-per-view is a travesty and makes it even less of an evolution than it actually is. I'm in rare form tonight. I've been amped up for this NXT UK review all day long. I was at work friggin' 8 hours today, and I had to wait all day for this, and I'm letting it out for you guys right now. Here is Nina Samuels. Let's see what she's going to have to say about Toni Storm.
Well, I am elated that I am finally making my debut on the grand stage that I deserve to be on here at NXT UK. And mark my words, the first thing at the top of my mind is making sure that I am the first woman to hold the NXT UK Women's Championship. And what better way to make a name for myself than making a statement at the expense of Toni Storm.
Explain to me how these girls in the NXT UK division are already better on the mic than half of the girls on the main roster. I've never seen Nina Samuels before, but she was eloquent, she was intelligent, and she got her promo off without looking at the floor a million times. Gotta take that as a win, huh? Here she comes, Nina Samuels. Not sure what to expect from this young lady. Always looking forward to seeing new talent and giving you guys my perspective on what their future just might be. Nina Samuels getting into the ring now. Nice outfit. Definitely stands out. Looks a little different than anything else going on right now. Little vampire look going on, if you ask me. Reminds me a little bit of Winter, if you guys remember Winter from back in the day.
on NXT UK.
And here she comes. You can hear the thunder rolling in the air as the lightning cracks the sky, and Toni Storm makes her way into the NXT UK division. This girl is balls to the wall action. I absolutely love Toni Storm. Everything she has done in the Mae Young Classic has been nothing short of impressive. Still pulling for her in this year's tournament as it is still underway right now. We will be tuning into that later on tonight. Make sure you guys come back to do this exact same thing that we're doing right now for the UK for the Mae Young Classic. We're going to watch it together. We're going to experience it live with you guys. Hope to see you guys there later tonight, just like I hope to see a victory here for Toni Storm. Nothing against Nina Samuels, I just am really, really high on Toni Storm. One of the best female wrestlers I've seen come through the WWE in quite some time. Absolutely different from anything else you are going to see. She's glam rock, she's 80s rock, and she's 100% pro wrestling. And I love it. Here we go. Collar and elbow tie-up to start off this matchup. Nice headlock takeover by Toni Storm to Nina Samuels. Storm staying on top of her now, not letting her get to her feet. Finally back to a vertical base. Both women in the middle of the ring now. Samuels looks for a reversal and gets one. Headlock of her own now. Toni Storm needs to kick it into the next gear. Storm pulling at the fingers, trying to get Nina to release the hold. But she gets her right back into that side headlock, just ripping at her head like a vice. Nice arm wrench now. Staying in control is Samuels.
Someone the caliber of Toni Storm.
Toni Storm now with some unique combinations to try to get out of it. Samuels releases it and slaps the taste right out of Storm's mouth. Doing a little jaw jacking right now. Storm fires back. Couple of slaps and a roundhouse kick, and now a stiff boot sends Nina Samuels to the floor. Toni Storm going for something into the corner, but ends up the victim of a drop toe hold. Samuels now with the advantage. 1, 2. Goes for a cover on Storm. Almost picked up a quick upset victory. Picking up the aggression is Nina Samuels here. Pandering to the crowd, probably a little bit too much. She needs to stay focused on Toni Storm and not give her an inch if she wants to come out on top. She's got Storm wrapped up in the ropes now, pulling at her arms and shoulders. Hits the ropes now. Wow. Body drop kick into the ropes to Storm. Toni Storm looks like she's being taken by surprise by this Nina Samuels, just as I am. Staying on top of Storm now. She has some very unique submission maneuver. Wouldn't even know what to call that. Some sort of a crossface arm bar. Very unique. Takes Storm down by the hair. The pulling of the hair needs to be admonished by the referee. That is not what we do in wrestling. Goes for a pin attempt again. Toni Storm kicks out at 2. Match a little bit slow going right now, but Toni Storm looking to pick it up with a vicious right. Again, another forearm to the face of Samuels. And now repeated forearms. Jacking her jaw a little bit. Vicious strikes right flush to the jaw. Samuels now, after a reversal, spinning tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, goes for a cover again, but a kick out at 2 by Storm. Very impressive. Once again, Samuels playing with the crowd. She needs to stay on top of the very, very dominant Toni Storm. If you know anything about Storm, you should know that you cannot give her a minute to catch her breath, or she is going to give you a one-way ticket to the losers column. This is what I'm talking about. Storm now taking control. German suplex by the Australian superstar, Toni Storm. My goodness, was that vicious. Going now with the hip attack into the bottom turnbuckle. Storm now picking her up, looking for this white noise neck breaker. Storm with a cover. 1, 2, 3. After a little bit of a feeling out process, Toni Storm finishes off Nina Samuels in relatively quick fashion. Once she seemed to get her wits back about herself, Samuels tried her best to take Storm off of her game tonight, but the rain would not be denied as Toni Storm came pouring down on top of Nina Samuels with that very impressive white noise neck breaker for the 3. Toni Storm is here in the NXT UK Women's Division, is now on the map. Looking forward to everything these girls are going to bring to us in the NXT UK division. Not the best match I've seen out of the women in the UK, but better than anything you will see on Monday or Tuesday, that's for shit sure. Coming up next, you guys, we are about to wrap things up with the main event match for the United Kingdom Championship. Noam Dar is going to be taking on Pete Dunne, and it's going to be a happening. Don't go anywhere, because it's coming up right after this ridiculous WWE commercial that I don't want to see. We've already been through this. I'm not going to do it again. I've seen enough of Braun Strowman, Drew Ziggler, I was going to say. We'll call him Drew Ziggler, and Dolph McIntyre, because I could care less. I don't want to see Ronda Rousey right now. I want to see the NXT UK. I don't know why, as a subscriber, I have to see commercials. That's another story for another show. Looking forward to next week as Tyler Bate is going to go one-on-one with Wolfgang on the second episode of NXT UK. Already firing off some high-quality matchups. We got Johnny Saint in the ring. He was announced as the UK General Manager by Triple H during NXT's UK weekend earlier this year in June. A wrestling legend. I guess he's going to be here to oversee the proceedings for this World Championship title match as the Scottish Supernova Noam Dar makes his way to the ring for his first legitimate championship opportunity. We're not counting anything that happened on 205 Live, you guys. His first legitimate title shot underneath the WWE umbrella, and it's coming at NXT UK, and he's going to have a tough test. Pete Dunne is no joke. They don't call him the Bruiserweight for no reason. He leaves bruises everywhere he lands punches, and Noam Dar is not giving him a lot of space to work with his smaller stature. But he does have some tremendous athleticism in his corner. It'll be interesting to see what he can pull off against the very, very dominant champion that has been Pete Dunne, who also has probably one of the best songs in all of the UK division. The Bruiserweight, with the belt firmly chiseled between his teeth, makes his way to defend his throne for the first time ever. This is his show. This should be called the Pete Dunne Show. When you hold the gold and you are the man at the top of the mountain, the show is yours. And I am so excited to see Pete Dunne finally in his throne room, so to speak. This is a sight I could get used to, and I think we better get used to it, because Pete Dunne is going to continue his reign of terror over the UK, and it's going to start right here tonight with Noam Dar. Let's send it to the ring for the official introductions for this highly anticipated championship matchup. big match feel is right. You could just feel it in the air. You could hear it from the crowd.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE United Kingdom Championship.
Yeah.
Introducing first, the challenger.
The challenger.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 175 pounds, the Scottish Supernova, Noam Dar.
I'm laughing right now, but I'll explain in a minute.
From Birmingham, England, weighing in at 205 pounds, he is the WWE United Kingdom Champion, the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne!
Yeah, I would have put a little bit more mustard on that, bro. I would have been like, Pete Dunne! But that's just me. Bruiserweight, Bruiserweight. You know, thanks to the WWE, I cannot have Noam Dar on the screen without saying Alicia Fox for you guys at least once. Pete Dunne just smacked Noam Dar right in the face with his jacket. Are you kidding me? There's the bell, and we have the first ever championship matchup for NXT UK live on the WWE Network. Let's get this going. Noam Dar trying to stay away from the champ. Finally engages, collar and elbow tie up. Kind of a stalemate between the two. Referee having to separate these two competitors. Nice clean break. Some trash talking going on here. Noam Dar. The UK crowd singing happy birthday to Noam Dar. The crowd in the UK having a good time just like we are here tonight. What is this? That was a winding backslide with a very close 3 count from the beginning of this matchup. That was so different. Spun Pete Dunne around about 6 times before executing. A little bit of a crisscross now going on. Leapfrog drops down into a lariat from the champion, sending Noam Dar crashing to the mat. The impact of that forearm across the chest made a sickening sound. Oh, if you guys heard that, my God. What a thud across the chest. Pete Dunne now setting up for a surfboard stretch. He's got all his weight onto the back of the hamstrings of Noam Dar, stomping down on the knees. Noam trying to get away from the champ now, but the champ will not let up as Pete Dunne now. Looks to send him into the ropes, gets reversed now. Oh, goes for a flip, but gets taken out by the foot by Noam Dar. Pete Dunne now clutching at his ankle. Maybe some damage has been done by Dar here. Pete Dunne struggling to get back to his feet. Looks like he's wincing in a little bit of pain. Noam Dar now playing a little bit of cat and mouse on the outside. Looking to collect himself. Grabbing Pete Dunne and bringing him out to play. Has him draped across the apron and is just putting the fists to the back of the head of Dunne. Very unique kick to the side of Pete Dunne as his side was exposed. A lot of unique offense already going on by Noam Dar.
He knows this match could go long.
Was not expecting to see Pete Dunne in such a defensive position right at the get-go of this matchup. Not that it has me worried one bit. Some more vicious kicking going on. Pete Dunne firing back with some shots from his side. Trying to stop Noam Dar by grabbing at his legs. Noam now going for a suplex, but Dunne turns it into a flipping suplex of his own, sending Noam Dar 360 degrees into the next atmosphere and crashing down onto the mat. What an incredible maneuver. Pete Dunne now finally getting his wits back about him, firing off with a bunch of stiff punches, not letting up at all as he backs up Dar into the corner and does not let up. Relentless is Pete Dunne with the strikes, the bare knuckle fists to the face. Dar with a reversal once again, this time executing that flip, and enziguri to the face by Pete Dunne. The challenger is rocked. Noam Dar tried to reverse the German. Pete Dunne flips out of it and a stiff kick to the back of the neck. Pete Dunne now. Nice package power bomb on 2. Very close call for the challenger. Staying alive is Noam Dar. An absolutely epic encounter right now. We did not expect this at all from Noam Dar. I may have been selling him short, but I expected this to be much more of a squash type scenario than we are getting right now. Pete Dunne now making his way to the top rope, but gets taken out by a stiff kick from the Scottish Supernova. Pete Dunne is on his back once again in this matchup. Noam Dar with some vicious chops and knife-edge strikes. Rolls up, nice spinning elbow into the corner. Follows it up with a nice suplex. 1, 2. Very close to crowning a new champion on this night. Noam Dar definitely showing the world why he deserves to be on more than 205 Live.
Just kicking off Dar, trying to get away, trying to regroup himself. Starting to show the signs of fatigue in this match.
I was about to say both of these guys seemingly getting exhausted from this matchup here. Pete Dunne trying to remain on the aggressive as they are now battling it out on the apron. Both men delivering right hands. Who is going to give in first? Wait a minute, Dunne stops that shot and grabs the wrist. Now with that finger manipulation. Only to be caught with a kick to the side of the head by Noam Dar. Sets him up. Oh my God, fisherman suplex into the ring apron. That was such a devastating maneuver. So dangerous. Deadly, deadly. I hate when they do moves on the ring apron. It is the hardest part of the ring. That has to hurt. This was unbelievable. He caught him right in the swell of his mid-back, right on the corner of that ring apron. The first ever matchup for the United Kingdom Championship has been brutal. Never expecting this out of Noam Dar. Very close to a double count out as both competitors make their way in before the count of 10 by a millisecond. These guys crawling towards each other in the ring. Neither one looking to relent as both of these men want that championship belt. Oh! Did he just break the fingers of Noam Dar? Dar coming back with a vicious elbow strike. Pete Dunne now. Look, in a triangle position, trying to break the fingers even more, finds himself being manipulated by Dar. Oh no, wait a minute. Pete Dunne wraps him up in an armbar, but Dar, this match is very quick, ends up in an ankle lock. He has the ankle lock applied. Pete Dunne flips out of it. Double clothesline from both men. Neither men go down. A vicious forearm back and forth from both of these combatants. A stiff enziguri from the champion going down from the challenger, and both of these men are on the mat. What is this match? What is this? This is wrestling, that's what it is. Never do I get this hyped when I'm watching the WWE main roster garbage. My God, what a matchup. It just shows you what the championship belt means to Pete Dunne, that he will not give up. Noam Dar will not give up. He wants to be the man to take Pete Dunne out. Looks to be set up for something here, but the Bruiserweight latches onto him like a gorilla. Has that arm-wrenching submission, but wait a minute. Noam Dar! Snap suplexes him out of that predicament, and now he's in full control. Sweeping kick to the champ as Pete Dunne goes face first to the mat. Noam Dar sees his opportunity now. This might be the only chance he has. He's got both his pinkies up. Instead of worrying about that, he should be doing something to the champ. Looks for that vicious knee strike, but ends up eating a forearm. Pete Dunne setting him up now. Looks for the bitter end, but ends up again in a knee bar. Noam Dar finds his way out of the champion's finish, and I cannot believe what I am seeing as Noam Dar is wrenching on the leg of Pete Dunne. Almost taps out. He almost succumbed and he almost tapped out. He is motioning towards using all of his strength to drag Noam to the ropes, and he gets there. Pete Dunne got to the ropes. Noam Dar has got to break the hold. Finally, he does. We are once again at a stalemate for the NXT UK Championship. Oh my God. I feel like I've been wrestling for the last 10 minutes that we've been talking about this matchup. Oh, and now Pete Dunne once again grabbing that pinky and trying to separate it from the palm. He's pressing it down onto the mat, turning it in the complete opposite direction and stomps it down. And now he's got him now, sets him up into the bitter end, and it has got to be the bitter end for Noam Dar in a fantastic championship matchup that I cannot even believe was as good as it was. Noam Dar earns my respect tonight with this performance, and Pete Dunne continues to be the man in the throne of kings that is going to be the NXT UK division. We are at 58 minutes. We went side by side with this show, and I hope you guys came the whole way, because if you did, you know that this was the reason to watch this show. What a great time I just had doing this for you. That was absolutely incredible. It was almost cathartic. I feel like I was actually there just doing this. You guys should do this yourselves at home, man. You don't have to set up a mic or a camera, but just sit there and call the action for yourself. It almost makes you absorb it even more so than just watching. Here we are looking at some highlights. That fisherman suplex into the ring apron was just too much. The knee bar Noam Dar had the champ wrapped in, almost getting him to tap, but he made it to the ropes just in time. And then Noam Dar looking to rub his face in it, and he puts that pinky up and got it latched in the grip of Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne putting it to the floor and then stomping at it, He had to have broken that finger. And then he was able to finally deliver in his second attempt that bitter end. And it was an unbelievable title defense for the best champion in all of the WWE right now. You would be hard-pressed to find somebody walking around with a title belt that could outdo Pete Dunne. And I'm including AJ Styles in that right now. Can you imagine AJ Styles versus Pete Dunne, how that would blow the roof off of anything in the UK? Cambridge wouldn't stand a chance. It would be brought down and crumbled to the ground. What an incredible premiere episode from the NXT UK. What an incredible championship match. Absolutely everything I expected and more. This was absolutely fantastic. This is what wrestling's all about. It gives you that same feel you get when you're watching NXT, the United States edition of NXT. But this being the premiere episode, these guys definitely took it to a whole nother level. We got treated to 4 very, very good matchups. And I cannot wait for week number 2. I can't see where this train's going to be going. Because wherever we go in the UK, you can bet your ass Nick Nightmare is going to be there with you guys. I wish I was over there right now. I know it's not happening right now and all this stuff is taped, so don't get on my balls about that. But I wish that I was in the UK just to feel this moment on this day. If you guys live there, let me know. Any of my fans from the UK, when you watch this show, I want to know what you guys felt. How does it feel? What is the vibe of the wrestling scene in the United Kingdom right now, coming off the heels of this show? I'm very interested to see, because if it's anywhere near the excitement level that I'm experiencing here across the pond in New York City, and I'm not British at all, obviously, although I wish I was, I can't imagine what you guys are feeling. Absolute pride as a wrestling fan that the WWE absolutely put on a great show tonight. You guys have got to be feeling pride as the British people are representing professional wrestling on a whole nother level. British strong style is a real thing, and you just witnessed it on this episode tonight. I cannot wait to see next week's episode almost as much as I cannot wait to be back here in a couple of hours so that we can get down to business with the Mae Young Classic as we kick off the quarterfinals later on tonight right here on Sledgehammer TV. Make sure you are here for it, because you know you loved it. If you are still here with me, this might be my first hour-long show. Alright, so if you sat here with me for an hour and listened to me scream like a lunatic and give you guys my best, my absolute best commentary performance that I've probably ever have in my life, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you let me know that you made it by leaving a comment down in that comment section below. I know some of you guys have, because you love me as much as I love you guys, and I cannot thank you enough for being part of the Sledgehammer Club here on this channel. It means the world to me, and we need to grow. So if you are not already a member of this awesome wrestling club where we do cool shit like we did here today, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Smash that thumbs up with your sledgehammers at home, and then share this video with each and every one of your wrestling buddies all over the wrestling world, especially if they are into it the way we are into it, as the NXT UK brand is going to give NXT a run for its money as far as who is going to be the best brand in the WWE. You guys can't tell I'm still fucking hyped, and the show is over. So that's how you know you just watched a great show. Thank you guys for indulging me with everything here today. If you enjoyed it, I urge you, make sure you let me know so that we keep on doing this, and we can keep on doing it together. My name is Nick Nightmare. This is my team, Thor the Sledgehammer, the wrestling god of thunder, and the official sledgehammer of the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. And his tag team partner, the world heavyweight champion of all the microphones in all the world, Mr. Baloo Snowball. We are so pleased to be with you, as we always are, each and every time we get together here on Sledgehammer TV. that is going to do it, and we are out of here, and we will see you tonight for the Mae Young Classic right here on your new favorite podcast and your number one YouTube channel, the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show, only on Sledgehammer TV. UK, 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 UK.